Всем хай. Мы играем в Vampyr. Текс. У нас, кстати, уже довольно много всего понатыкано. Так, минутку. Минутку. Так. Сейчас я, короче, кое-что сделаю. Угу. Ну, вы поняли. Нам надо куда-то вот туда. Вот куда-то туда, но на самом деле тут тоже очень сложно ориентироваться. Так, а мы что-то нашли. Ах ты ж гнида! Ты меня поджечь, гад, хотел. Алюминиевый осколок. Так, что нам надо-то? Ага. 25 октября. Командный пункт стражей Привена. Патрулям в Эстенде. Так, тема действия вампиров в больнице, изучить расследование. 3 дня назад до одного из наших рекрутов дошел слух о том, что некая женщина-вампир прячется в Пембрукской больнице. Лондонский Ист-Энд. Нам известно лишь ее имя Тельма. Ваша задача незаметно пробраться в больницу и наблюдать за действиями вышеуказанного кровососа, а затем сообщить о них нам. После этого мы решим, что следует предпринять. Так вот, значит, да? Местный командный пункт надо найти. Сейчас найдем. Так, сейчас найдем. Ох ты ж гнида. Так.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, but the guards recruit more and more every year.
Так. Подожди. Вот мы, по-моему, не туда маленько зарулили. Так, еще убежище открыли. Прикольно. Таблеток. Хинин. Защити нашу свободу, записывайся в Королевский флот. Есть вопросы, приходи в ближайший вербовочный пункт. Окей. Ну, это мы все читали. Это мы все прекрасно знаем. Сволот-то развелось, а? Что мне, спрашивается, с ними делать? Почему-то кажется, что я куда-то не туда пошел. Тут вроде особо выбора-то нет. Так, это... Это что сейчас было? Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь. Всем пока. Так, я не знаю, что это за глюк сейчас был. Пришлось игру прям перезапускать. Мне это, прям скажем, не очень-то нравится. Ой! Ах ты ж гнида! Сука! Ах ты ж гнида ты такая. Блять, сволочь конченая. Так вроде пришел куда надо. Так, ну что-то вот это вот куда надо. А, нам, наверное, вот сюда вот. Так, больше тут никого вроде нет. Окей. Так, подожди. Мне сейчас надо пошариться. всякую хуйню тут позабирать. 2 ноября от разведчика Луиса Кегни, мистеру Джеффри Маккалуму. Пемброкская больница, разведка действия вампиров, сэр. Мы наблюдаем за Пемброкской больницей уже 2 недели и можем подтвердить, что там действуют вампиры. Во-первых, теперь у нас есть доказательства того, что в больнице находится женщина-кровосос. Это хитроумная тварь, чтобы замаскироваться, она выдает себя за психически больную. Я лично пробрался в больницу и слышал, как это существо жалуется на то, что ей нужна кровь, на то, что ее тело разлагается. Но это еще не все. Администратор Пемброкской больницы доктор Свонси. По словам нашего командира Аманды Тилтон, которая погибла вчера в бою со Скалем у канала, Свонси, возможно, является членом братства Святого Павла. Если это так, то в больнице, возможно, происходит что-то серьезное. Может, там даже логово вампиров. Их защищают предатели из братства. Мы не знаем, что делать, но убеждены, что вам стоит побыстрее прислать сюда подкрепление и тяжелое снаряжение. А ты ж гнида. А ты ж сука. А ты ж пидор. Вот смотри-ка, а. Развели тут. Черти чё. Я вам сейчас устрою, блядь, козью морду. Да не хочу я с тобой связываться. Иди ты нахер. Можешь даже не орать, мне не интересно. Так. Какой-то там пиздит натрия. Ебанат натрия. Здорово, мужик. Ты нам не нужен сейчас совершенно. Вообще ни хера не интересен. Где это? Ебанашка-то. А вон он, привет.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Хуй тебе не надо.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension,
Ой.
Dr. Reed.
Окей.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
Окей, интересно.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Окей.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Окей.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain.
А,
I
ну она
must
действительно
drink and
ебанушка.
kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Окей, мать. Я тебя понял.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Ага. Давайте-ка мы, знаете что, сходим к себе и прокачаемся, потому что, мне кажется, это уже очень даже к месту будет. Так. А почему это уровень 8? Блин, ну это важно. Хорошо. Так, стойкость. Так, вот это вот мне точно пригодится. Сейчас мы будем делать очень сильный кусь. Подожди. И вот это вот нам точно надо. Ага. Нет, не собираюсь я ничего, это самое. Во. Подкачались. У нас уже 8-й? Офигеть. Это интересно.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Так.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Окей.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Интересная херня. Так, а кто там тогда? Там же какой-то хер стоял. Здорово, ты кто?
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or
Я тоже, кстати, очень люблю по ночам херней страдать. Так, ладно, подсказок пока нет.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
Окей.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Вот так вот, значит, на.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe only the strongest will survive in these dark times.
If there must be only one, in the end,
Ебать ты
no
горец.
mistake, I'll be the winner.
Так, ладно.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Так, вот, значит, на. Интересный парень.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Это
What's
хамлот,
wrong
а?
with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
Не. Очень увлекательно.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
Ладно,
I'll
хрен
leave
с
you for
тобой.
now, Mr. Cox.
Хрен с тобой. Толком я, конечно, ничего не узнал, но ладно.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Have you heard rumors of anything underhand going on here at the hospital?
No, Doctor. Never.
Так вот, значит, на.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Ну ладно, как хотишь.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect.
Чё ты там бухтишь?
What? What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was it a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
Ой, бабка вообще вредная.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
Ой,
I
бля.
assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Ой, блин. Это, конечно,
The
пиздец.
patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
А ты кто? А, ты этот хер.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Так, окей.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Окей.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Окей.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Так.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Окей.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Окей.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Так, вот значит, на.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Окей.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith, willing to preach the good word.
Кстати, а за это не штрафуют, если ты, типа, ну, такой полусвященник? Хер пойми, за кого себя выдаешь.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Так вот, значит, на.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Окей.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Ну что, наговорились. Сейчас мы еще какую-то свинку Пеппу найдем. Она где, простите? Так. Куда эту бабу понесло? Так, я что-то не догоняю. А где она, блядь?
Don't worry, we're safe.
Здорово,
Please,
мужик.
sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survive the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. Taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
Окей.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Окей.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is Nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Окей.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Окей. Так. Но это вот тут нету. Так, я все равно что-то не догоняю.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Give disgust on every street corner.
Да блин, где эти сраные медсестры шароебятся?
I cannot enter.
Да блин. А можно как-то на одну залочить, пожалуйста? Что я, честно говоря, реально не догоняю, где она. Свинка Пеппа, блядь. Вот куда ты, тварю, пиздовала, а? Ой, блядь. Вот что мне здесь очень не нравится, это гребаное ориентирование на местности.
Safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Тут где она? Я не понимаю, блядь. Вот я ее ищу, но где она, я хер пойми, блин. Что так сложно было, блядь, по-человечески сделать это все? Ой, бля. Привет, блядь. Я думал, это та бабка.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Мать.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Okay.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Так, окей.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Окей.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Окей.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Так, окей.
What can you tell me about this strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough.
Ты чё-то темнишь.
Happiness where she can.
Чё ты темнишь, мать?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Так.
No decency. All liars and thieves.
Не хватает этот... Пидорасы. Все покойники. И прочее. Так, где это ваша Дороти? Куда она проебалась-то вообще? Сколько еще вообще искать можно? Так. Все очень-очень странно. Сука. Видали, что творят?
Don't worry, we're safe. No one is here. Relax. Don't worry, we're safe.
Так, что-то странное. Что-то странное. Мне это не нравится. Мне это все совсем не нравится. Как мне туда спуститься? Как-то же можно.
Don't worry, we're safe.
Да блин. В чем прикол-то? Я ее нашел, только как мне туда добраться? Ладно. В следующий раз доберемся. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь. Всем пока.